What's up YouTube? Dougie Chong here. Today we will be building a custom gaming computer. We will be using old graphics cards from cryptocurrency mining and this awesome case I found on Kijiji. The case itself was an Enermax case and it had this pretty cool front design on it. It's a pretty sturdy case. The case I bought from Kijiji and everything else I had except for a 240 gigabyte SSD card that I had to buy brand new from Amazon. I will put Windows on it right now. I was lucky and it came with a power supply and motherboard inside. I will be using my own motherboard anyways. Sorry for the background noise, but to install Windows is pretty simple. You download the Win 10 ISO. You download a program like Etcher for free, plug in a USB, you select the Win 10 as the ISO image. I think it should work without Rufus. We'll try it, see how it goes. So while I wait for Windows to install, I'm going to start putting in the motherboard and trying to figure out what all these front panel wires are. Here's the power cord. The most important one is the power. So seems to be this blue and white one, and they're all zip tied together. Might be able to leave the zip tie in there. So here's the old motherboard. So one of my main concerns was, would the motherboard fit in the case? As long as it's called ATX, which is this style, kind of refers to this power supply socket, then it'll largely fit. The sockets will line up. Now for the motherboard, well, it looks like that motherboard was extra wide. Look at this. Still fits. Generally, the direction for power and reset will not matter. All it does is connect the two. You can see I made this button before. All it does is connect these two pins. So reading the manual, I'll just set up these pins now, the on-off reset, and we'll see if they work. Here's a more detailed look. Connected those orange and blue. Goes all the way up to the power button over here. Let's try it out. Of course, we have to hook up the power supply to the motherboard. So I went with a GTX 1060 3GB instead of a RX 580 as planned, because this power supply only had 6-pin PCIe and not the 8-pin that an RX 580. Alright, so here's the graphics card, 6-pin. We'll just put it in the slot, take off the protector, leave the DVIs in, It's worthy to note that just because it's a Ryzen CPU, Nvidia cards will work just fine. So this goes in just like that. You hear a snap. To take it out, you have to push that little yellow lever. Guess you can't see it, but it's right there. Alright, time to put the SSD in. I have the monitor hooked up too. So this hooks up. I'm gonna fix this blue cable first. It's kind of everywhere. Should be good. I don't really have a place for this SSD, so it's just gonna be floating. Plug in the SATA like there. And then you just get one of these powers. Start let's leave it up here. Alright. Actually everything we need. Gotta put the power to the graphics card. There we go. There we go. It's on. Let's see if we get anything. And that's pretty much it for the build actually. It has the power supply, CPU, graphics card, SSD. Just have to hook up some of the front panel things. I'll probably guess. They're kind of labeled USB audio. Here it is. I also chose to put a little screw here just to keep the graphics card in place.